week on the goal setting. So, how many of you have actually started working on the tools and are the tools, the tips and insights that I shared with you in the previous session? Anyone? You can give a thumbs up, ladies. If you don't want to unmute yourself, you can just give a thumbs up. Only Nurul has. What about the others? Okay, Dakshani also. All right. Okay, great, great. Fine. Thank you so much. And keep doing that because it's an ongoing thing. Okay. A very small and humble request, if I may request you all to kindly turn on your cameras. It'll be good to see you all. And just like the goal setting session, I would want this session to be more interactive because time management, again, we all have a slight of the idea of what time management is all about, but how you need to manage it even better to make yourself more productive and efficient is something that we're going to learn. Okay. So, like I said, we talk of time management. See, it's work from when you switched off the camera. All right. Okay. No worries. No worries. Okay. So, what is time management in your words? Or let's just break it down. What is time? How would you define time? Anyone? You can put it in the chat box or you can yourself. Time is gold. Okay. Yes, it is. Very precious. Anybody else? If somebody asks you, what is time? How would you define it in your own words? Come on, ladies. Yes, how would you define time? Anyone? Yes, absolutely.
By
It is
what?
precious.
In watch, by clock, ma'am.
Yes, it is. But anything else, any adjective, if you want to, give to time. Like time is precious, but time is finite also, right?
Time is asset.
Yes, absolutely. It is. And it is finite. Every day we only have 24 hours day at our
Time
disposal.
never stops for anyone. It keeps on going.
Absolutely. And that's why it's very precious. Any time that's gone will never come back. Yeah. And when we talk of management, or if I combine both time and management, how would you define it? Or just define what is management?
Planning.
Yes, planning, organizing. Yeah, absolutely. And when we talk of time management, it's about managing this block of 24 hours that we get every single day in the most efficient way so that not only are we able to finish off the task that we have set for ourselves, yeah, but also leave a chunk of time for ourselves, our well-being. Yeah, so you keep listening, to a lot of things like, work-life balance and, your well-being and, taking some free time for yourself every single day. Now, that only happens when you manage your time well. Okay. And that's exactly what we're going to learn here. We're going to first talk about time management, understand the different strategies and how you can manage your time well, and also drive a relation between the time and emotion management. Okay. I would want 100% participation from everyone. So you've already defined what time management is. It's the process of organizing and planning how to divide your time between different activities that you have in a single day. Now, why do you think time management is important? So let's drive the importance and the benefits. Why do you think time management is important?
To achieve our goal fastly without any delay.
Yes. Anything else? Yes, absolutely.
To finish the task in time.
Yes, it is. That is time management. But why do you think it's important? Yes, of course, it is important to finish a task. But again, if you manage your time well, what does it help you do?
Ma'am, reduce stress,
Give
achieve
family
goals.
time
Ma'am,
and
One by one, sorry. Dakshani, you can go first and
reduce
then.
stress, achieve goals.
Yes, yes. Okay, can you elaborate that on a little bit? Dakshani. Okay, Priyanka, you can speak up.
The time management is important because here we can manage time for giving time for family and a professional life and personal life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If we
Yes.
are not arranging time, then it's going to be a huge headache. Like we are not giving time for family or a professional life. It's going to for depression itself.
Yes, absolutely. See, we all have a lot of things to be done on every single day. So if we don't know how to manage our time well and efficiently, what happens is that we go to bed completely stressed out, exhausted, and thinking that, oh my God, today there were so many things that were left. I could not achieve my target that I had set for myself for this particular day. And then you wake up again with a lot of stress and anxiety in your mind, thinking that, array, yaar, all the pending work, I have to first finish off the pending work and then start my day afresh. Yeah. So when you manage your time well, time management is very important. Or, however, I can say that time management is actually not about managing time, it's about managing yourself. Yeah. Managing all the tasks that you have that you need to do yourself in that block of time. Okay. And, rightly said by a lot of you, the benefit of time management is that when you manage your time well, when you block your calendar, or when you prioritize, reprioritize, or set your goals or your activity in such a way, in a planned and an organized way, it will not only help you complete those tasks well in time, it will help increase your focus when you're doing those tasks. It will increase your productivity. It ensures your well-being, because somewhere it helps you, curb down that stress levels, which you otherwise may have if you're not able to complete the task. And also, it is very, very important for your personal and professional development. You're able to give time to your personal life also. The best part about time management is that, like every other skill, this is also a skill that can be learned over a period of time, consistent effort and time. And
Ma'am,
that's
time is important because it's really help individual use the time effectively, efficient to achieve their goals and stress-free by mental balanced diet, ma'am.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Imagine there are two people. One person, both of them are working in the same position in different companies. Now, this one person is, he's completely running here and there. He's having meetings, he's working, working, working. At the end of the day, he's very tired. On the other hand, the other person who is working in the same position in a different organization, he wakes up early, he gives time for himself, he goes out and works out in the gym, he works in the office, but in the evening he keeps this time well for his family and other outings. So would I say that the first person does not has the second person has more time than the first one? No, both of them have 24 hours. It's just how well you manage your time, or how well you manage yourself to ensure that you finish the task that you have at hand. Okay. Now let's understand what is time management and why it is important.
People who are successful both at work and at home manage their
Manage their
time
time
well.
well.
One of the first steps towards successful time management is to identify how you spend your time. Try keeping a log of how you spend your day. Write down how much time you spend doing things like working, watching television, or running errands. Once you have a record of how you spend a typical day, follow these steps to learn to manage your time more effectively. First, make a list of your tasks. Then, estimate how much time you spend on each task. Eliminate unnecessary tasks from your list. In some cases, you may be able to delegate tasks to other people. Prioritize your tasks by numbering them in order of importance. If you have difficulty establishing what's most important, ask yourself what on the list is absolutely necessary to fulfill your needs. Small changes to your daily routine can also help free up more of your time. Getting up just an hour earlier can make a big difference in how your day is structured. You have more time for life's unplanned emergencies, such as car trouble, childcare issues, sickness, or miscellaneous errands. TVs, computers, and mobile devices can be a distraction when they're not being used for anything productive. Consider limiting how much time you spend using them. Keep a calendar of important professional and personal appointments and events. Whether it's a desk planner or a smartphone app, choose the type that will be easiest for you to maintain on a regular basis. Practicing effective time management will allow you to spend more time on the things that matter to you most, whether it's a hobby, time with family and friends, or even just some more time for yourself.
Yeah, makes sense. So, like I said, time management is not about managing time, but it's about managing yourself. So, bringing in small changes in your daily routine can actually help you achieve the target that you have set for yourself every single day and be productive as well as efficient. Okay, and as we progress through the session, I will be, helping you understand, or will help you know various tools that you can use to manage your time well. Okay, so let's just begin with the principles of effective time management. Now, the first is about goal setting. Why do you think goal setting is important for managing our time effectively? How will goal setting help you to manage your time well? Can someone tell me? You can unmute yourself or you can put it in the chat box. It'll, uh, anyways, both of them will do. How do you think goal setting is going to help you with time management? Avoid to go on a wrong direction. Absolutely. Because if you have a goal set, your focus is also there. You have an objective that you want to achieve. Now, that goal setting doesn't really has to be your, looking for a job or getting back to the workforce. It should be simple, very simple of, doing a certification or anything else, or even planning a dinner or whatever. That's your goal. Yes, I want to achieve anything. Yeah. So if you have a particular goal, a particular destination that you want to achieve, and you know that you can, so what you do is that you block a small chunk of time for yourself every single day to incorporate or work towards achieving that objective. Okay. The second is about prioritization. How do you think prioritization is going to help you in time management? Come on, ladies, I want everybody participating in. There are no
Uh,
right or wrong answers.
we need to prioritize the activities which we need to done that's needed for time management.
Yes, absolutely. We need to prioritize those activities which need to be done at which have a certain amount of emergency, or if I don't do it, there could be, major consequence that may follow. Okay. And depending on how the day actually works, just like it showed in the video that, you have to bring in about changes in yourself to prioritize and reprioritize because they could be ad hoc emergencies that may just arise. Okay. So the first thing we all need to do, the first step towards effective time management is that when you wake up in the morning, this is something even I practice and it really helps me achieve my objectives. And that is to keep a diary for myself wherein I jot down all the activities or the tasks that I need to do on a single day. It's as simple as replying on a WhatsApp message, to calling up the doctor for an appointment, to even buying vegetables or anything. Very simple and minute things. Because what happens is, let's say if I'm working on anything that's important, okay, and all of a sudden this reminder comes into my mind, okay, oh my god, I have to reply on a WhatsApp chat or anything else.
Ma'am, setting goal, I have a doubt. Setting goal is powerful way to focus our energy to progress and achieve what we are truly desire be specific, ma'am. Setting goal.
Yes, absolutely. See, what happens is when you set a goal for yourself, okay, so to even achieve a goal for yourself, you have to, block a chunk of time every single day where you work towards achieving the goal. Like now, you have to submit your assignments to get the certification. So every single day, you're working on completing those assignments. So that is your bigger goal to get the certification. But to accomplish it, you are working towards finishing the task that you have been given. And for that, there is a small chunk of time that you're blocking every single day. Okay. And basis that, like I said, you need to prioritize and reprioritize your things. Okay. Again, coming to planning and organizing. Why do you think planning and organizing is important when it comes to efficient time management? How will planning and organizing help you? Anyone?
It saves our time.
Yes, it saves our time. It keeps us on track. Yeah, we are well aware previously of what are the things I need to do. Yeah. And then time blocking. Like it's stated in the video, you can, when you list down the activities that you want to complete in a particular day, you also write the time. Ki, acha, theek hai, if I have to work on a presentation that needs to be delivered in another 2 days, so if I'm preparing if I have to prepare a presentation of, let's say, 10 slides, so 5 slides I need to do. And though making those 5 slides is, let's say, going to take 1 hour. So I have to block 1 hour for preparing those slides. Okay, giving a call to the doctor, 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So you can always block your calendar or time like that. Okay, that helps you manage your time better. Okay, any questions? Clear? Can we proceed further? Anyone has any questions here, ladies?
Ma'am, health management and the resource and task effectively. That is clarity, efficiency, stress reducing, and this goal achievement, ma'am.
Sorry, I didn't get you, Dakshyani. Tell me.
Setting goal, that is the management, ma'am. The health management is time, resource and task effectively, clarity, efficiency, stress and reduction. The goal achievement, ma'am.
I still didn't get your question, Dakshini. What are you telling me, or you are
Management,
asking a question?
management, ma'am. I have doubt in health management, ma'am.
In health management, you were saying.
Yes, ma'am. That is time, resource, and task effectively, clarity, efficiency, the reducing stress, and then any goal achievement, ma'am.
See, if you are talking about the health management, then I would say that, see, health comes first. This was something that we discussed in the goal setting session also previously. Okay, so if you want to
Okay,
focus on your health, okay, again,
okay,
like it stated, that you have to manage yourself better. So what you can do is that, you can wake up early and take out a block of time for yourself to work on your health, whether it's a workout, going to the gym, meditating, or taking up yoga classes. Okay, so when you do that, when you start focusing on your health, and when you start your day with a meditation, or being mindfulness, that also helps you have a smoother day ahead. Okay, and many a times what happens is, Dakshyani, that when you practice these kind of things, so even if there's an ad hoc emergency that comes up, okay, you instead of being anxious or getting curious, you think in that time, what is the next step that I can take? Okay, so for example, if you are going if you're going to your work every single day, like if you're going to office, and you know that you're already running late, and you call a cab or an Uber or whatever, and that the car breaks down, so instead of panicking, what you can do is, you can you can think, being present at the moment means that, instead of panicking at that given point in time, you can think that, okay, maybe I can take a metro and leave. Okay, so again, health management, I would say, that will happen when you start focusing on your health. You can wake up early, you can start practicing on meditation and yoga and mindfulness. These things will actually help you manage time better, and your mental health also. Okay.
oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank
Yeah,
you, ma'am.
you're most welcome, because at the end of the day, when you're able to finish off all the tasks, it will automatically help you bring out that stress. Okay, and increase and help in your mental well-being. Okay, and this is why time management plays such an important role in everybody's life, especially in today's time when we are just running here and there. So these are very small things that one can practice. And the first thing that you need to do, like I stated earlier, you need to write down all the activities that you have to do in one single day. Okay, and then you have to prioritize accordingly. How you need to prioritize? There may be a situation wherein you feel that everything is important. So how do you need to prioritize everything? That is also something that I will teach you and walk you through. Okay. Okay, so the first thing is about the strategies for the time management. It's about the SMART goal. Now, SMART goal framework is something that we have already learned in the goal setting session. Now, how do you think the SMART goal framework also works for time management? Now, it works because when you know exactly what is it that you want to achieve, you can allocate your time more effectively. For example, you know that you have to achieve a certification, right? So that's a very specific goal that you have, right? You want to ensure that you're taking small steps every single day to get closer to that objective, right? And that makes it measurable. So when you know that you have a bigger goal at hand, so how you make it measurable? When I could talk in terms of the time management, it's about blocking a chunk of time for yourself. That, okay, every single day, I need to block 1 hour, either in the morning or in the evening or the afternoon. Okay, where I need to work towards, working on the assignments that I have. Okay, again, make sure that the time that you have set for self, you're able to achieve the task that you have set for yourself. Okay, also the task that you're picking up should be relevant. Yeah, and again, it's time bound. Got it? So the first is about the SMART goal framework that we use in the context of time management. Any questions anyone has? Even if I have to, let's say if I want to get a job in the next 6 months, for achieving that job, it doesn't happen in one single day. That today, or even if you have to lose weight, okay, that's a goal that you have set for yourself. Now, how do I manage my time every single day to achieve that goal? I'm being specific that let's say I want to lose, 30 kgs or 40 kgs in the next 6 months. Okay, every day I'm going to the gym and working out 1 hour. It's not that today I'm going. Okay, so I'm being very, very specific. I'm being specific by saying I want to lose so much of weight. I'm making it measurable because I know that this is 1 hour. This is for myself. That I go, I work out. Either I go into yoga or I go to the gym. It is attainable because yes, I have 1 hour dedicated for myself. It is attainable. It is relevant because every hour, one day is going to get me closer to the objective. Yeah, and in the next, if I'm working out if I'm working out 1 hour every single day, in a span of 1 month or in a span of 15 days, I've already lost 10 kgs or 5 kgs. So it is time bound. Okay, got it? So this is how you manage your time well by following the SMART goal framework. Now, I want you all to list down one goal that you want to achieve and how you are going to prepare a calendar for yourself, managing your time well. So what is it that you want? Just write it down. Make a list of everything that you will be doing to achieve it. Organize it into a plan and set a deadline for your goal. Can we do that? You can pick up anything that comes to your mind. See, it's as simple as even planning for a wedding. Yeah, because wedding planning doesn't happen, in just the last day of the, just 2 days before the wedding. It happens slowly and gradually. It can be anything. Even if you're preparing for a government examination, any big examination, that is your objective to clear the exam, right? But how you're distributing that time every single day is what matters. That's your short goal now, Nurul. But I would request, ladies, I'll give you 5 minutes, okay, to think through and see this is the goal that I have, and this is how I will be blocking my time over the next whatever, 1 month or 2 months or whatever. Okay. Can I get a thumbs up? Am I audible? Am I making sense? Yes, please. And I would want one or two of you to please volunteer and you can come up with your goal. How you intend on managing your time. Yes, Samina. Yes, Samina, dear, you have a question? You've raised your hand.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
As you said, like managing time is really, I feel difficult because the scenario is very different when we have a joint family,
I know.
when we have kids along with us.
Mm.
So it's like prioritizing the work will be very different in the sense, not different. It's like uh, no, I'm not able to prioritize the which work has to be done
Mm.
first.
Okay, okay. I got your point. I'll be talking, I'll be walking you all through with a few tools, okay,
Yeah.
which you can use to prioritize and reprioritize those things. Things will make it, things will get better. Okay.
Ma'am, managing time is very easy for me, ma'am, because when I be in job 9 o'clock means I will be stand by 8:30 or 8:40, ma'am. So
Mm-hmm.
timing is for not difficult for me, ma'am. It's very easy, ma'am.
Okay, good, good if you're able to manage your time well. But that's very good to hear that that Shani. But but not for everyone. Managing time becomes easy because many a times we can come up with emergencies, and then there is ad hoc things. And like Samina said, that she's living in a joint family, so many a times it also every day is not the same. So sometimes it comes with its own set of challenges, and then there are ad hoc emergencies and some errands that crop up. So in those kind of scenarios, you still have certain tasks that needs to be done every single day. Okay, so how do you prioritize, reprioritize, and think through what is it that I can postpone and do it something, do it at a later date or a time. Okay, so for those, there are a few tools of time management which I will be discussing, which will help you manage your time better. Okay, but before we proceed there, I have given you this activity. Kindly write down how you think on managing your time the smart way using the SMART goal law framework. So at 11:35, till you have time till 11:35, kindly finish this. Okay, Nurul, good. What you have done is, dear, you have set your goal. You have told me that you want to get a job. Okay, again, this particular thing that you have written in May, that get a job, is very very vague. So you need to be as specific as possible. You can say that I want to get a job as a Java developer. Okay, that is your goal. The second is that I want you to create this SMART goal in context of the time management. So you are being specific. You say that maybe you want a job. You want to get a job. Okay, so how much time do you intend on blocking every single day? Okay, yeah, every single day. And you want to make it attainable. You can say that, okay, I'm going to start blocking 1 hour every single day, working on completing the relevant certifications. Okay, and ensure that within a span of 2 months or 3 months I'm able to do it. Then you try to make it attainable by keeping saying that, yes, I will first finish my certifications and I'll start working on my resume. I'll start applying. Okay, like that. Obviously it's a smart, so you have a sub smart goal framework for achieving everything. It's a series of a lot of components that will ultimately help you land in your respective job. Okay, so you need to be as specific as possible. Daily 10 hours learning. So every day you're saying that you will block 10 hours just for learning. Okay, do you think it's achievable? You think is it attainable to achieve those 10 hours of learning? Okay, great. Then definitely it's relevant. And then you have already set a time that by May you want to get a job. Okay, great. Awesome. Wish you all the best. Yes, dear Priyanka. Yes, Priyanka, you
I
raised your
have a
hand.
project. I have a capstone project which I have to complete in 1 month. But I've been postponed from last 2 months.
Okay.
Okay. So my goal, actually, I started working on it as a time management, as you said. So my
Yeah.
day starts from morning 5:30, and I'm blessed with the two kids, and I'm the one who is managing everything at home
My God. Yeah.
without maid and and it's a 3.5 BHK house. So
Oh, God.
my timing is like 5:30 when it starts. From 5:30, I'll be cooking till 7 o'clock. The lunch and breakfast is done.
My God.
And 8 o'clock, my daughter, and she went. And 9 o'clock, my husband went to office. The
Yeah.
afternoon is whole for me. And in that, 2 hours for my kid and 2 hours for my studies.
Okay.
And the lunch time is like 2:30. And then 4 o'clock, my daughter comes home back. Then
Okay.
4 to 5 her school, yeah, her tuitions. Then 5 to 6 is like a coffee tea time and snacks time. And 7 to 8 again the dinner planning starts.
Okay.
So almost 10. The
Hmm.
10 after 10 I have a 1 hour which I can again take for myself. At 10 o'clock the both kids will be sleeping.
So don't you
So
get tired by the end of the day or you feel as fresh as, so what's like, I mean, so you're like
but
productive throughout the
the goal is important where I already taken 1 hour time for myself where I can meditate and do my favorite things like I love dance. So dance keeps me motivated my
day?
soul to achieve the goals.
Okay, so your goal is to achieve, to finish a project, right?
Yes,
Okay.
project, and also I've been jobless from past 8 months
So you
because
want,
I lost my job because of the layoff.
okay, okay. So you intend on getting back to the work, or it's just
Yeah,
it's not,
I tried many places, ma'am, where I've been rejected because of the skills which I have. I was working into the big company, which was the healthcare industry,
hmm,
where I was into the time management. So that
okay.
is the skill it came from there. So
Uh-huh.
most of the companies are not following that thing.
Mm,
They
okay,
need a complete, they need a multitasker at moment. The one person have to do recruit, and the one person only have to do the payroll, and one person have to do the salary invoice things. This is the companies that target the multitasker.
okay.
The
But
one is no one is asking.
okay, but Priyanka, after hearing yours, after hearing you, I feel that you're already a multitasker, and looking at the fact that you have no help. Okay, and you're
Yeah.
so keen and so keen on getting a job.
So, as one of our friend told that she's living in the joint family. Yes, I born in a joint family. I know that headache because they will not get any help. When you're living with in-laws, that help also won't come. So we should stop expecting that they will help us in any moment.
But it's okay. You don't always have to step out of the house. Also, Priyanka, to work there. You can also look
If
for.
you manage the time exactly, ma'am, you'll get the time. The main thing is that your mind have to be stable. Sometimes I can't keep like I'm a jobless, I'm a helpless, like those things. It keeps us negative, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
motivation is very important. So if
So,
we go step out for 1 hour evening, we'll
hmm,
get so many women sitting in a park. Like I live in apartment. So
hmm.
one lady, every lady is facing a kind of issues. But I'm blessed that I'm getting at least 1 hour for myself.
See, everybody has, challenges, their own set of challenges, Priyanka. That's something
Exactly.
that you can't really help with. Okay, and it's part of everybody's life. Okay. The second thing is that these negative thoughts and the emotions that I have said in the last goal setting session is something it's there. Okay, so you all need to list those emotions down and try and understand. The first way to get off this negative kind of emotion or doubts from your mind is to actually accept yourself for who you are. Okay.
But
The
I
second
agree,
is
ma'am.
also having
Sometimes,
a clarity in your mind as to what is it that you want. Okay.
yes.
I think, your in-law support or not support, I really don't know, but what's the condition in your
When the
place.
most of the
But
South Indian families are facing the same issue, where
what
we
about
should,
your husband? You can have an open communication with your husband. Come on,
yeah,
you've
but
studied, you've got a.
sometimes we can't pressurize them also, right? He's into the big position where he should not involve in the family matters. This should be a sort out between us. This is what he does. So keep talk and be
Hmm,
clear with my mom, and everything will be fine. But
hmm.
sometimes, yes, the keep mouth shut is also helps us a lot. Because without triggering, without wasting our energy, it's better that you done your work and you came into your room and you are working on yourself. That's it.
Yeah, so I think then you're finding peace and happiness doing that for the
Yeah,
moment.
ma'am, because I already jailed for 10 years.
Hmm.
So 10 years, I've I lost my weight, my beauty, and everything. So I thought, now I have to work on myself with a calmly.
Yeah,
The,
so perfect. At least start working on that. At least start
yeah,
building that confidence
because
once.
the dramas are never ending. So if we are concentrating on them, it's affecting us. It's not only affecting our mental health, it's also taking our beauty. Obviously, every woman wants to look beautiful in any moment.
So that's a great goal that you have set and very, very honest. No, this is absolutely very wrong. So at least take out one time for yourself every single day working on yourself, not just enhancing your beauty by applying mask and all that, but also reading good books, motivational books. Start
I'm
writing.
the one who
Start
yeah,
writing.
I
Give
continually
time to
used
yourself
to
to
read
write
the
down.
books now. If you see, I have a mini library at my room, which
Okay.
whenever it triggers that I'll take one book, yes. Sometimes we can speak with our diaries too,
Yes, yeah,
openly.
absolutely. That's a great way
If we
to
are
come on
sharing anything with the third person, we don't know how he's going to handle or take that. So it's
Yeah.
better that we are note downing in our diary. Sometimes give us energy that yeah, someone is there to listen us without interrupting.
So now that you've started passing on those things to piece of paper or to your diary, then why not? It will automatically bring down that burden which is sitting on your head
Yes,
and start working.
everything it's a
Start
time
doing a
man.
little bit of meditation, yoga, practicing mindfulness and all those things. They really
Before
help.
marriage, I am the yoga certified teacher.
Really, and you're
Yoga
saying,
also.
oh my God, and I think you're the
I'm
one
the one
who did.
who does this. Yeah, this also helps from the yoga. So sometimes what you love, that you have to continue. But I took 10 years to, after 10 years, I'm doing back that. So 10 years was not easy. That sometimes arranged marriage is literally a typical marriage where the family thinks the two families are joining. No, no, no. These are pushing us to fight.
It's
To
not.
understand that.
Yeah, but I think if you even after 10 years, if you realize certain things to work on yourself, it's never too late.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Because
Life, life always,
nowadays early deaths also happening a lot. So
yeah,
we can't postpone that.
that happens with everyone here. It's not
Yes.
just you or me.
So we
Everyone.
don't know whether today if I'm speaking, tomorrow I won't be. So that I don't want to waste my time for someone who's not prioritizing me, but I'm the one who can prioritize myself.
Absolutely. You are your own cheerleader, remember? I am only responsible. If nobody else does it, you have to do it. Even if I talk of myself, there are a lot of things that I do all by myself. And
Yes.
somewhere I just list them down. It really helps me. Earlier, I used to struggle so much. But then
But
once,
mirror helps us a lot, ma'am. Some
sorry?
only mirror helps us a lot.
Yeah,
When
it
you
really
stand in
helps.
front of the mirror and you start talking to yourself with the expressions and whatever you do, it
Yeah.
really reflects. Yeah, if I'm ugly, it also shows that you're like ugly while talking. So please
Mm.
keep smiling.
No, no, no. It's good. At least you just, I think life when it's throws challenges at us, it also gives us opportunities. It's time that somebody
I,
throws lemon at you and you make a lemonade of it. I
yeah,
think you
life is the exam question paper, map. We are writing every day. Just
yeah.
we are just pushing this day to go up. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for sharing that, Priyanka. I'm sure it has helped other women also. Okay.
Thank
But
you.
it's always good, even I have also struggled with a lot of errands, but then eventually I realized one thing, that if things are not going the right way, it is me who is ultimately getting tired and anxious, and under stress. But what I learned was to, pass on those emotions to a piece of paper. I started writing down things. I started prioritizing my daily activities, and it really helped me start managing my time. Now today, after facing such a severe health issue in the past, I am able to raise two small children all by myself. Of course, my husband is there and he does support me, but not all the time. He's in a traveling job. But I also give time to myself every day to, to do exercise and to work out, and, for myself, and also having a good social life. So things, when I look back, 6 7 years back and today, there's a huge difference, and that is something that I have only worked. Nobody has helped me or pulled me out of it. I myself have pulled myself out of it. Okay,
True,
so
ma'am.
it's very important. All right, thank you for that, Priyanka. Anybody who's written their goal and defined it in the SMART framework in context to the time management? Anyone else who wants to share? Okay, Afreen has. Great. Applied job in March. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Afreen. All right, ladies. Thank you so much for those inputs. And those of you who are still doing, I request you to kindly think through and write it on a paper how you want to, break your bigger task into smaller tasks every single day so that it helps you manage your time well. Okay, now moving on to the next part of this session is that many a times we feel that we've listed down all the activities and everything seems to be very important. So how is it that we prioritize our tasks the right way to ensure that we not only complete the most important task, but also the small tasks which may or may not be that relevant? Okay, so for that, I will help you with few tools that we have. So coming to the first tool, this is the Eisenhower matrix. Okay, so the Eisenhower matrix, actually it's a quadrant that is divided into four categories. So on the y-axis, you have not important and important, and on the x-axis, you've got urgent and not urgent. Okay, so if you look at this particular quadrant, if there is something that's important and you know that it is urgent, so you do it right now. I've written to do it today, but it should be do it right now. On the other hand, if you know that there is something important, but it's not that urgent, you can schedule it at a later date. Okay. If there is something which is not that important, but it is urgent, try and delegate it to someone. On the other hand, if there is something which is not important and not urgent, stop it. Don't do it at all. So all the tasks that you have set for yourself, make this quadrant and try fitting those activities into these. Automatically, you know which one to pick. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, ladies, I'm going to come up with different situations and scenarios, and you tell me which one fits into which quadrant. Okay. Ready? And I want everybody participating. Please unmute yourself and speak up. Okay. Yes, no, maybe a thumbs up. Okay, only Nurul is ready. What about others? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Picking up a sick
Ma'am,
child.
I have doubt in one time management. Time management, we can they define goals measurable, set achieve goals, relevant, time bound, break it down. But why we planning and organizing are important, ma'am, in that one?
You're asking about the previous slide?
Maybe clarity, efficiency, any stress reductions, goal achievement, anything like that, ma'am. Why your planning and organizing are important, ma'am?
See, Dakshayani, we are planning and organizing because many a times, like Priyanka said, what happens is that when you set a goal for yourself, many a times it's a human tendency, to procrastinate things. Okay. But if you have a time block every single day that you write on and you say that, yes, this is a certification I have to make, or this is the goal that I have to work every single day. Okay. And when you have that time, automatically what happens is if you don't organize it, or if you don't set a deadline, you get distracted from achieving that goal. Okay, you don't stay planned. Okay, and many a times what happens is that there is procrastination, when you get laid back thinking the chalo theek hai, let me leave it today, I'll do it tomorrow, and that tomorrow never comes. Okay, so this is a big limitation that happens if you don't manage your time well. That's why I said that, just when you have a bigger goal that is there in your mind, or what you can do is you can just write down all the activities that you have to do on one
Okay,
single day.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, got it. So your bigger goal, put this into the SMART goal framework, the SMART framework in context to time management. Okay,
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
you're most welcome, dear. Okay, ladies, the first situation: picking up a sick child from school. What will you do? Which quadrant do you think it fit?
First quadrant.
Urgent.
Yes, it's urgent. Perfect. You have to do it now. Planning a family vacation.
Not urgent but important.
Not just
So maybe you can set a time, or if there is something, you can also delegate it to someone else. Maybe it's urgent, but it's not that important to you. Maybe doing something else. So yes, you can tell somebody else that, just at least, plan something, then I'll come and give my inputs. Yeah. Okay. Scrolling through social media.
Fourth, unwanted.
Yes.
Eliminate.
Yeah, eliminate. Because those 5 minutes of social media can become 15 minutes. Yeah. And we don't even realize it. Okay.
But
Schedule.
practically that's not possible, na?
No,
Hi,
ma'am,
it's
waste of
not
time.
possible. So for that also, I'll
Social
come with
media.
another tool that you can follow, to scroll through the social media. Because what happens is, even if you're working and in between, you have this, you want to scroll through the social media. So if you want to, okay, but at least keep that time. Ki chalo, theek hai, let me at least work for 20 minutes before I take a 5 minutes break.
Yeah, ma'am, it's utter waste of
That
time,
is better.
according to me.
Instead of just doing something and then all of a sudden, you pick up your phone and you start scrolling through the media. No. It takes time. You lose your focus, and it takes time for you to bounce back. Okay, scheduling regular medical checkup.
Second box.
Yes, it is definitely important, but you always can, schedule it later. Attending a non-mandatory webinar.
Third box.
Yes. Exercise and self-care routine.
Second.
Yes. Organizing a junk drawer.
Third.
Yeah. Third, or you can also do the second one, schedule it. Okay. Or if you're doing something that's very important and you know that you have to organize a junk drawer, then maybe, either you schedule it or you say, okay, let me just leave it. Attending a neighbor's party out of obligation.
Fourth one.
Okay.
Third. Or
Yeah,
third.
it's third. It's not fourth.
Third.
Yeah, it's third. Okay, great. So this is, if you want, you can take a screenshot, okay, of this slide. Please take a screenshot of the slide if you want to, so that you can refer to it. Okay.
Ma'am, that is scheduling regular medical checkup. It's crucial for maintaining good health and preventing any potential issue, ma'am.
Yeah. See, so if you want to, regular medical health checkups, like every 6 months, you want to have a medical checkup done for yourself, you can schedule it. Okay.
Okay,
First
ma'am.
week of June, or, every 15th of June or 15th of December, something like that. Okay. Or you can just schedule it any time that you wish to. But it's not that urgent. Had been there is a medical emergency, of course, then you have to do it. But it's just the regular medical checkup. Okay. For that, you can schedule for a later date also. Okay, now this is the second tool, which is the Pareto principle. Have you heard of this word Pareto? The Pareto principle? The 80-20 ratio? Anyone? Okay. So what the Pareto principle tells us is that the majority, 80% of your results come from 20% of your effort. So if I am putting 20% of my effort every single day on a continuous basis, I'm bound to get 80% of the results that I want to achieve. Okay, on the most important task, if I'm spending even 20%, I'm able to achieve 80% of the result. On the other hand, if I'm putting 80% of my efforts on non-priority things, on non-useful or productive things, I will get only 20% of the result. Okay, so if 20% of effort I'm putting in to the most productive things or the most important things, I'll get 80% of the result, and vice versa. All right. So in this case also, I will be sharing few cases, and you have to tell me which one fits into the category, the first one or the second one. So if I'm maintaining a regular exercise routine and balanced diet,
First one.
80%.
yes. So even if I'm putting in 20% of my effort every day, if I'm putting
First
20
one,
minutes,
ma'am.
yes, I'm bound to get 80% of the results. Focusing on high priority projects and tasks that align with key performance goals.
First one.
Yes, absolutely. 20% of my time on these projects, I'm bound to get the result goals that I want to. Investing time in learning and improving key skills relevant to the job or career.
First one.
First
One,
one.
ma'am.
That's first one.
Yeah. So the key here is consistency. Focusing on important parenting aspects like teaching values, supporting education, spending quality time.
First one.
Yes. Even
First one, ma'am.
yes, absolutely. You do it every single day. You're bound to get the result. Attending networking events of high professionals result in 80% of valuable connections.
First one.
First one, ma'am.
First one, absolutely. Now let's look at certain other scenarios where if you even put in 80%, you will get only 20% of the result. So if you are responding to low priority emails, you're spending a maximum time on emails which are irrelevant, you'll only get 20%. If you're attending unimportant social events, which are not useful, it's not help building you your network or getting you closer to your objective, so just wasting your time. If you're micromanaging things, if you're looking for perfection in everything, every detail of the project or the task, it ultimately results in the frustration of the other person whom you're managing, and the results come down. Okay. Or if you spend 1 hour in chit chatting with your friends and you know that you're working on something that's important, so again, it's only going to get you 20% of the results. Okay, so any task that you have at hand, any of the goals that you have set for yourself, make sure that you put in 20%. You put in the effort every single day, it will definitely get you the results. Okay, so if you want, you can take a screenshot of this slide also. This is another way of prioritizing your task.
Ma'am, can you once again summarize this slide? What I understood is that if we do at least 20% effort every day, then we'll get
80% of the results. Yes, 80% results come from 20% of the effort. So if you have a presentation coming up at the end of the week, every day, even if you're putting in 1 hour to prepare, let's say you have to prepare a slide of, you have to prepare a deck of 20 slides. Okay, you have 4 days in between. So even every day, if you're making five slides or four slides, by the end of the week, you'll have a deck ready of 20 slides. Okay, instead of stressing yourself just before the day of presentation, you are sitting the entire day and preparing the slides. So though you're putting 80% of the effort, but usually that does not give you the result as desired, because you're so tired at the end of the day that you cannot make the changes. Got it? So if you have
yes, yes.
got it. So what happens is when you're putting in 20%, when you are putting in a daily effort, it helps you improvise also. And it also gives you an opportunity to review and reflect and reassess those things. So if you feel that after the third day, you have prepared 1 or 2 slides and you feel that there can be certain changes, certain more changes I can do to make it more better, you can do that also. But if you're doing it just at the nick of moment, you can't do the necessary changes. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, moving on. Now, this is another tool, which is the ABCDE method. So, how you can prioritize your task is on the basis of the consequences that any task will have. Okay. So, if so, all those tasks which can have a major consequence if you don't perform it, you categorize them as A. If there is a task which has no consequences, whether you do it or you don't do it, you can just put it as C. So, for example, if you have to just go out to shop and not buy anything that's important, so even if you do it or you don't do it, doesn't make any difference. Or you feel that even if you eliminate it, if you can eliminate it, you can categorize it as D. If there is a task that you can delegate it to someone else, categorize it as D. If there is a task which can have minor consequences, you can put it as B. Okay, got it. So again, I'm going to bring up few scenarios to help you understand this concept better. If you have to schedule and attend a medical checkup,
A. Sorry, B.
yeah, it will be B because you're not getting your regular checkup done. Okay. Complete a project with a tight deadline.
A.
A.
A, absolutely. If you don't do it, then it falls back on your appraisal, your performance, and even your career enhancement. Yeah, career progression. Sorry. Help with children's homework.
C.
Really, if you don't do your homework, I don't think so. There will definitely be
A.
consequences.
A.
Yeah,
D.
it's A or it's B, depending.
D.
Okay.
C, ma'am.
Okay. Rearrange books on the bookshelf.
D.
D or
B.
C.
B.
Or C, yeah, yeah. Bake cookies together.
D.
Dance has no consequence. C.
Okay. So what about if you've promised your daughter that we will be baking cookies together and you say that no, I'll not do it today? What will happen then?
Biggie.
I think it'll have a major consequence, at least in my case. Okay. Attend a close friend's milestone celebration.
C.
Really,
B.
he or she is your best friend and you don't turn up for their their celebration. What happens?
A.
Yeah.
A,
Absolutely.
ma'am.
Yeah, absolutely. Plan a weekend family outing.
Ma'am.
A.
E or A?
A.
A, ma'am.
A, yeah, right, of course. So if you have a family outing which is planned and if you're not able to do it, yeah, if you don't do it, then of course it will have a major consequence. Yeah. Okay, that's a high priority. All right. So again, if you want, you can take a screenshot. The same. So you can use any of these tools to do the prioritization. And trust me, ladies, this really helps. And it also helps us accommodate any emergencies that may arise. Okay, moving on. Now, this is another tool. Has anyone heard of it? It's called the Pomodoro technique.
Yes, I know. I know.
You heard.
25-minute work and 5-minute break. Right?
Yeah. And what does this help you do? If you're taking breaks.
Like I can I can
No, one
schedule
by
my
one.
day.
Sorry. I think Vanaja, you can speak, then Premlata, and then Priyanka. All of you will get a turn to speak. Yeah.
Our brain can work only if for around 20 minutes properly. After that, it needs some rest. So,
Yes.
5-minute rest, and like that, we must work for 3 hours and then give half an hour break.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Great. Thank you. Thank you for that, Vanaja. Yes, Premlata.
Yeah, ma'am, like we can routine our day. Like in morning only, I set the routine what I will do. Like for 25 minutes, I will do coding, and then 5 minutes I will be quiet, like not using social media and all the things that keep my mind calm. Like
Oh,
I can talk with my family, whatever give me peace, not using the social media and all the things, and
oh,
then I can do mm, accordingly.
okay, great. So it helps you keep focused and more
Yeah,
productive. Great.
yeah.
Yes, Priyanka, you want to add something to it?
Refreshment and coffee breaks are it helps us to boost to come back.
Absolutely. So these are, so what happens is that when you know that for the next 25 minutes I have to work, so it keeps you focused, a laser focus, attention, which is there just on the task that you have. Okay. After 5 minutes, you need to give it a pause. Otherwise, your mind gets tired. Yes. It does not, you're not able to deliver. And then, the
Break means
constant.
relax, ma'am. We get relaxed time 20 minutes or 30 minutes in the time. You get some tea or coffee relaxment.
Yes, absolutely. It helps you to bounce back with a refreshed mind. And many a times, what happens in that coffee break, or even if you just get up and stretch yourself for 5 minutes, in that also any idea can come up in between. That also happens. Yeah. So this
That
is,
one helps us to be active. It actives the mind.
yes, it does. It does. It
And
does.
the sleep, the whenever we are focusing on something, the sleep interrupts. So
Right.
to disconnect that, the coffees are must. Like for others, I don't know, but coffee tea plays a vital role to like studying or
Taking
doing
long
anything.
duration may cause stress. We may lose our concentration too.
Absolutely. So these small breaks are also very important, right? So this is one thing that you should always practice when you are doing any task. And those tools that I had shared with you, those are very good tools which will actually help you prioritize your work well, your day, and managing your time well. And of course, you can apply this, the Pomodoro technique, to ensure that whatever task that you're doing, which is very, very important, okay, that you are doing, but after 25 minutes, give yourself a little break. Get up, go out, have your coffee, have your tea, just recharge, do a little bit of stretching, just go out in the balcony, refresh, and then come back. Okay. Another thing, ladies, that I want to add to this is that we are not productive throughout the day. Okay. Like if I talk of myself, I'm the most productive during the morning. Okay. And the evening. Afternoon is a time wherein I'm not very, very productive. So similarly, what is the time of the day when when you're productive the most? Come on. There must be some time of the day when we are productive.
In the morning time only.
In the morning. Yes.
Morning.
For me,
No.
it is night. I
For
have a
you,
very
it's
habit of waking up
And
late,
ma'am,
late at the in the
morning time,
morning.
ma'am.
I feel drowsy.
okay. Okay. So morning and evening. So I think that's the time when you should also be picking up. That is also the time when you can pick up the most high priority tasks, because when you are the most productive and the most energetic, you can actually finish off the most difficult of the task also. Like for me, I pick up the most prioritized task or the most important task in the morning time, because I know that's when I am, the most productive. Okay. Neural is, from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Perfect. Great. I can see that when you're dedicating 10 hours for the learning every day. Awesome. Great. All right. Just a second. Yes, Dakshyani, you have a question? Yes, Dakshyani, you've raised your hand here. Please unmute yourself. Dakshyani, Dakshyani, you raised your hand here. Okay, I think she just raised it by mistake.
Mistaken.
I think she's just raised it by mistake. Priyanka, you've also raised your hand. You want to
Yeah,
say something?
1 hour nap is very important every day, afternoon. So that gives little energy to continue evening.
Acha, during the day, you're saying?
Yeah, 1 hour nap. It's not more than 1 hour should we take, but 1 hour nap gives some energy.
Yeah, I mean,
Relax about.
Yes, yes, absolutely. You are right in saying that, that, it gives us energy to reboot. But again, I think, for me, it gets a little difficult because I have my daughters who come up, from the school, who come back from the school, and then, I have to dedicate time to their homework and other things. So that doesn't happen. But sometimes, yes, when I feel the need, I always take a nap. And then I, wake up recharged and refreshed. So great tip. Thank you for sharing that, Priyanka. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so again, time blocking is very important. How you can block your time is that if you can say that I can finish most of my tasks in the first half of the day, and the remaining tasks I can leave for the next, for the remaining day. Another way of blocking your time is that you've picked up those activities, listed down the activities, and try to assign a time for every activity and pick up the most prioritized based on any of the tools that I have discussed so far. Another way of time blocking is that if you know that in your day there are few items or the few activities that you have listed which can take about 5 minutes. Okay, so you go by the 5 minute rule. So you can pick up those tasks which just takes about 5 minutes. So for example, if I have to give a call to the doctor for an appointment, it just takes about 5 minutes. If I have to speak to my daughter's tuition teacher, it takes about 5 minutes. So I pick up those tasks which just last, which may take about 5 minutes. I finish them off first and then I sit down to do the bigger task. Okay, so those are different ways in which you can block your time. Then you've got your calendar management. You've got various apps like Todoist, Google Calendar, where you can, okay, yeah, Power Nap. Okay, where you can manage your time well by allocating, the different tasks and activities that you have set for yourself. Okay, all right. So a few other things that you can keep in your mind is always try to take out time for yourself by delegating responsibilities more and more, and how you can delegate it, and that can be done through any of the tools that I have just discussed. The next is to always motivate yourself by saying that you have to do it right now. Nobody else is going to come and do it for you, so you only have to do it yourself. It's always good to break a bigger task into small, achievable tasks. Okay, you cannot, I think Rome was not built in one day. So, similarly, you cannot do a big task in just one day. Try to break it into small, achievable chunks. And the last is it's always good to say a no. If you're already shouldered with a lot of responsibilities, it's okay to say a no. Because if you keep shouldering yourself with more and more responsibilities, ultimately, you'll have the burden of doing so many tasks and performing well. But eventually, you'll see yourself landing up by not achieving, the goals or the tasks that need to be delivered with full efficiency. Okay, and time management is not just for women like us who want to restart the work, but it is a very crucial and a very powerful skill for anyone, whether you're a fresher or whether you're a working professional. Okay, so when you start already, if you have two projects that you're handling, your manager is coming with another project, it's okay to say a no, giving him a reason that, I cannot really shoulder more responsibilities because I have so many tasks yet. So I request you to either delegate it to somebody else, maybe it can help in someone else's career progression, or you can ask for more help who can help you, take up that burden off your shoulders. Okay, but otherwise, it's okay to say it, right?
Ma'am, so it means that the simple meaning of delegate is that we can distribute our responsibility with others, no?
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely. If there is a task that can be delegated to someone or can be done by someone else, please go ahead and do it. If it doesn't require your major involvement, you can always delegate it. Okay. At the personal as well as professional end. Okay. Okay, ladies. Now that was all about understanding the various tools about how you can manage your time effectively. Now let's quickly have a look at this video, which talks about the ineffective time management, or what are the consequences? What happens if you don't manage your time well? Okay.
Characteristics of an ineffective time manager. Let's take a look at some of the features of an ineffective time manager. constant haste. When a person is always in a rush without a pause and always shows haste in every task, it indicates that the person is not good at managing tasks effectively and has loads of work pending that needs to be completed. This clearly shows poor time management. Habitual delays. When people are unable to complete their tasks on time, they tend to be late in each meeting or always keep postponing their schedules. This shows inability to manage time. Low motivation, energy, and productivity. When the tasks are delayed or are pending, the motivation and energy of the person is lowered. Moreover, it leads to lesser productivity. Frustration. The worse a person is at time management, the more frustration they will experience. They will feel as if the work is stuck and nothing seems to move ahead. Impatience. People tend to get angry easily because they experience stress each moment due to the pending target that needs to be accomplished before deadline. Variation in decision making. A person who is poor at time management changes their decisions rapidly because they think that whatever option they choose, it is going to end up in loss. Thereby, they feel depressed and lose self-confidence. Inability to set goals. People do not know how to set goals, and because of this, they end up in a complete chaos.
Make sense? Yeah, so all this happens if you don't manage your time well. You're not able to take decisions, you're not present in the moment, you end up being tired, anxious, and completely burned out and exhausted. And then then you get into this habit of habitual delays, something that we call procrastination.
Characteristics of an
Yeah. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, great. Now let's see how, have you ever heard of this word procrastination? Priyanka just spoke of it. How many of
Yes.
us actually, go through this emotion, procrastination, this habit of delaying things, that you keep postponing, keep postponing, keep postponing. And that's, though it happens and it happens, but it's a very bad habit if you keep postponing, keep procrastinating a lot of important things, because you may just lose out on many important opportunities when you procrastinate. Okay, so let's quickly go through this video and understand how you can overcome this habit of procrastination. Okay, which will help you manage your time well. Okay, makes sense? How you can use this one technique to overcome procrastination. Something that we already discussed and you all know about it. So start applying it in your lives also. Okay, I'll do that one, Vanaja. I'll share it with Avneet or Aditya and they can further share it with you. Okay. All right. So that was all about time management. Now coming over to the emotion management. Now, after listening to after hearing about the various tools, the tools that I have already discussed and about time management, how do you think that time management can actually helps us with our emotions? What happens when we start managing, or what happens if we're not able to manage our time? What happens to our emotions? How is our emotional health? Come on, ladies.
We become frustrated. We anger issues comes like that.
Yes, absolutely. It takes a toll on our emotions, right? We get weak both in our mind as well as in health. We're not able to focus on anything. We get frustrated. We start venting out anger and our frustration on other people. Yeah, because there are certain things that I had planned for my day and it's not going as planned. I'm not able to finish those tasks. And I keep shouting at people, keep running here and there. Yeah. On the other hand, when I start managing my time well, what happens to my emotions? How do you think my emotions get better? Come on, ladies, anyone?
Hope builds inside us like we are doing something, we are progressive, and we become confident every day that we are achieving our goal. So we become happy.
Yes, absolutely. We become happy when we see that, if I'm able to manage my time well, if I'm able to accomplish all the activities that I had set for myself, I go to bed with a happy mood. I get up with a happy mood. I'm not stressed. I'm being productive. I can create a great work life balance for myself. I have free time not only for myself, but also for my family. Yeah. So it boosts your mental health. Yes. It helps in your overall well being. It increases your focus. It increases your productivity. Okay. So how your emotions get better when you start managing your time well is that it helps you not only accomplish the goals that you have set for yourself, but also ensure that you strike that perfect work life balance that you always wish for. Okay. So when you manage your time, managing emotions with time management can significantly improve productivity and overall well being. You plan and you schedule. You practice mindfulness. Yes, you start practicing self compassion. You get enough rest. Avoid multitasking and seek support. You plan, you schedule. Start, loving yourself. Okay, you don't have to shoulder all the responsibilities. It's okay to say a no. Take enough rest. Take care of yourself. Stop multitasking. If there are certain things that can be delegated, delegate them. If there are certain things that can be rescheduled, scheduled for a later day, go ahead. If there are certain things which are not important, don't do it at all. But don't always start your day thinking that I have to do everything that's there for me. Okay? So let's quickly summarize what we have learned. Great video that I am going to play, and it'll, help you summarize everything that we have discussed in this session.
Good afternoon, everyone. We all have this one life to live. A fleeting shadow amongst all that exists in this vast universe. We have the ability to accomplish anything, truly anything, if we use our time wisely. Is this jar full? And is it full now? And how about now? Is the jar full now?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Now, I want you to recognize that this jar represents your life. Golf balls are the important things, your family, your friends, your health, and your passions. The pebbles are the other important things, your car, your job, your home. The sand is everything else. It's just the small stuff. Now, if you put the sand in the jar first, you won't have room for the pebbles or the golf balls. The same is true in life. If you spend all your energy and your time on the small stuff, you won't have time for all the really important things that matter to you. Pay attention to the things that are critical to your happiness. Take care of the golf balls first, the really important things. Set your priorities, because everything else is it's just sand. Yes?
Professor, what does the beer represent?
I'm glad you asked. It goes to show that no matter how full your life may seem to be, there's always room for a couple of beers with a friend.
Make sense? Yeah. All right. So whatever we have learned about time management, if I have to summarize everything, is at first that you need to be very, very clear. A goal without a plan is just a wish, right? So having that clarity is very important. Write down everything on a piece of paper. It makes things easy to remember and do. Set your priorities well for all the tasks that you have listed. You can use any of the tools that I've just discussed. Identify what are the challenges and hurdles that that actually come, the distractions, whether it's picking up your phone or the procrastination, anything. It's okay to say a no. Always break the bigger chunks into the smaller chunks. Keep motivating yourself to do things now. That is the best way to avoid procrastination. Okay, it's okay to take a break. Use the Pomodoro technique. Yeah, for a chunk to give laser focus on the work that you're currently doing and taking small breaks in between. And always reflect back and see what are the things, when you reflect back on your day, you can always see what are the things that went well, what are the things that did not go well as planned, and what are the things that could have been done better. So it gives you an opportunity to reflect, assess, and adjust in the future days. How you can manage your time well, the activities that you have set for yourself. Okay, so that's about the time management from my side. I'll stop sharing my screen and I open the floor for Q&A. In case you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. If the session made sense to you all, is it giving you some useful tips and insights, I'll be happy to take the feedback. And always at least starting today, start writing down your activities, start put them prioritize them using any of the tools that I have discussed so far, and start managing your time well. Initially you may face few difficulties, but over a period of time, when you practice them consistently, trust me, you will see a change in your life. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nora.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Freen.
Yes, ma'am. If you have time, can I ask few questions?
Sure, please.
Ma'am, my question is, a few years back, one of my trainer asked me one question. That
Okay.
what do you want
Hmm.
in life? So he told me that often it seems very small question, but it has very deeper meaning. Many of people, spend their whole life figuring out that what they exactly want
Yeah.
in their life. So every time, whenever I get time, now whenever I'm sitting or something, so that question, just keep rewinding in my mind that what do I want, what do I want, but I'm not able to figure out that thing. So can you please help me out by giving me some tips, or like how can, I'm very confused in that, how can I figure it out?
See, when you get this kind of a question, no, of you, what is it that you want in your life? Is sometimes it's not always related to the material aspect, okay? Like saying a job or becoming rich and all those. Of course, there are some people who have this is what they want. There have been many cases like that. If you look at Dhirubhai Ambani, or if you I don't know, this movie I saw the other way. It's Shrikant or something else. I don't remember. So this guy who was a blind person, he said he want to become the first blind president of India.
That's Shrikant only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shrikant, right? Yeah. So those people, they have a certain objective in life. This is what they want, a passion. Yeah. Like even this transgender, I think Gauri Sawant, she also wanted the equality for transgenders in India, and eventually she was successful in getting that. Okay, so people have different goals and objectives in their lives depending. So if I ask you, there is definitely something that gives you happiness, that this is what I want. So what is it that brings you that happiness? Is it the material aspect? Is it a underlying passion that you have, which you want to achieve, which gives you happiness? Something that gives you happiness, or that one feeling that you have when you wake up every single day is actually the real thing that you want in life. Okay.
Got it, ma'am.
Got
I
it.
have
What
another
is that
question.
thing that comes to you which says it's, you see, of course, getting a job is okay, but that is a very vague kind of an answer, right? But there is one thing that always comes to your mind when you wake up the first thing in the morning. What is it? So think over it. Okay, what is that one thing that brings you happiness? What is that underlying one thing which you say that, yes, this is what I want, which keeps you motivated?
Do you want me to answer that right now?
Oh, no, just think over it. Okay.
Okay.
If you don't find the answer or whatever, you can always connect with me on Herky and I'll help you guide through it.
Yes, yes. Last time also you asked me to connect with you over there, but I forgot to message you that time. Yeah, my question is regarding the SWOT analysis only, because last time I was not able to ask properly. But I am having every, details and description with me regarding my strength, my weakness, threat, and etc. But I'm not able to, work on it. Like, how can I work using those points which are available with me?
Okay.
How can I improvise?
All right. You can reach out to me on the Herky platform. Just DM me. I'll connect with you separately, and then walk you through with your sorting process. Okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Most right.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, Premlata this side. I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
This session is very informative.
Okay.
But I have one doubt. Like you told us about Pomodoro technique, okay?
Yeah.
I have applied, like I have used Pomodoro technique, and what problem I face? Like let's suppose I'm concentrating on any task, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And in between the alarm start like ringing, and that disturb me like let's suppose 25 minutes is completed,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm too concentrated with my one coding problem, and in between this alarm starts ringing, and like I got distracted. So like what we should do in this case?
Okay, see, if that is the case, okay, fine. The Pomodoro technique actually tells us that it's for 25 minutes that, you work with laser focus, because that's usually the human mind, how it actually works for 20 minutes of, more focused attention span, right? So if you're feeling that you're involved in doing something that's very important, so maybe you can increase the timer, from 25, just make it 30 to 35 minutes so that the timer does not ring. Okay. Or if you feel that you are stuck in a problem, or you have picked up a task which will take a longer time. But again, so you can, set the timer accordingly. All right. But once that timer rings, even if you have set it for a longer period, Premlata,
Okay.
do take a break to refresh. Otherwise, you will be stuck in that problem. Okay.
Oh, I
Don't
need
let
to
it
take that
distract
break.
you. So from 25 minutes, if it's ringing and you feel that it's another 5-10 minutes work that I can
Yeah.
finish it off. After that, do take a break. Otherwise, your mind
Okay.
will be tired. Okay.
Oh.
And then
Oh.
after taking that break, when you come back and you sit, just go through that problem once again to review that whatever you have done, has it been done the way it was supposed to be done or not? Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
You're most welcome, dear. Anybody else has any questions? Yes, ladies. I don't. No one has any questions. In case you have any questions or doubts, you can always reach out to me. Okay. And I'll be happy to take them. You can get connected with me on the Herky app. All right. I'm also there on LinkedIn. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. Okay. You can reach out to me separately with your queries and doubts, and I'll be happy to take them. All right. I think over to you,
Thank
Avni.
you.
Yeah. Yes, Priyanka, you have a question?
No, ma'am.
No
Thank you.
questions, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Thank you. But start, practicing these techniques. They really help. I have also applied them. I'm telling you, I've also struggled for a good period of time before, things have eventually started falling in place. And they do, because one thing that I always say is that your efforts never, 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 ever go waste. They will get you results, maybe a little late, but they will.
There is a comment from
Well, yeah,
Yamini
she's saying
again.
that
Yeah.
it's not a weakness that you're a slow reader. That's why I'm taking 10 hours learning per day. It's completely fine, Neural, as long as even if you're a slow reader, it's okay, because at the end of the day, it should not happen that whatever you've read, you've forgotten also, even if you're reading slowly. So even after taking 10 hours, because I think 10 hours is a very long time, but you're saying that you're dedicating that much of time. Is it really getting you the results, Neural? And when you are doing this learning, how are you planning how are you breaking this time span of 10 hours every single day?
Now, initially, ma'am, I will start learning from 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Then I will continue up to 2 p.m.
Is that non-stop?
In between, I took some break. I will
Yeah,
see
yeah. Then it's okay. If
5
you
to 10 minutes.
okay, if you're
Uh,
ah, ah,
then I will start again from 4 p.m. to some 10 p.m. like that.
perfect. If you're giving adequate breaks in between, if it's that helping you, it's
And in between, I will go for prayer.
okay.
I will take a chat with my daughters,
Oh,
and I will do some home related works like in
great.
between, some small 10 to 15 minutes or 10 minutes only.
Perfect. Great. But I really appreciate your dedication, Noorun. That's okay.
Actually, for this planning, na, I have worked for 6 months hardly. 6 months, 6 months I have truly planned for this activity.
Amazing. And see, you're able to do it, yeah. I mean, 10 hours,
Yeah,
very
from
long.
the past 6 months, I have tried at least for 2 hours, 1 hour daily, and gradually I increased my learning hours. Now only I become in the stable mode. Suddenly, it's not coming. I
Yeah.
did some work hard.
Perfect. Great. Awesome. See, that is what I said. Consistency is the key. So you started small and you've increased it to a span of 10 hours every single day, from 1 hour to 10 hours. Great. Great progress. Awesome. Really good.
Okay, so this brings us to the end of the session, Yamini.
A heart to all my mentees out here. Very, very nice group, I would say. Everybody was quite engaging. It's good to hear
Those
the
video
reports.
links you didn't send.
Sorry?
Video links.
I'll send the video links. Avneet, I'll share those
Yeah,
resources.
sure.
You can share with them. Yeah.
Okay, ladies, Nurul, hats off to you for dedicating those 10 hours, and you really have worked to reach here, and all the very best
Yeah,
to
thank
your
you.
future goals, what you
Thank
plan, we wish to achieve. So, ladies, not 10 hours, but from 2 hours, 3 hours, you can also begin. It's not as difficult as we procrastinate it. So, we keep thinking, but yes, we can do it. If we decide to do it, we do it. So that is all about time and emotion management today. Thank you so very much, Yamini, for putting it across so easily for them to understand. I
Thank
hope
you.
they will take these learning forward and make some changes in their lives.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so. Thank you so much, Avni. Thank you so much, ladies, for being so interactive and making this session so successful. Thank you. You all can reach out to me in person with your queries and questions, and I'll be happy to help you all.
Okay,
Okay.
ladies, tomorrow, 11 a.m., we will be having the SME session on JavaScript from Infosys team. Yes, Rakshana, you have any question?
Yes, ma'am. Yamini, ma'am, yeah, the session was really nice and informative. Okay, ma'am. Avneet, ma'am, I have a query.
Yes, please.
It is necessary to submit a capstone project.
Capstone project, whichever has been given by Infosys team, yes, you have to.
Yeah, no, it is mentioned in the course itself.
Yes, so it is necessary then. It is part of your course. If you have any doubts, if you have any problems doing that, then yes, tomorrow we have the SME who will be available to answer your queries. So keep your questions ready, and if you're facing any hurdle completing that, you can ask them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Or
you.
probably, you can communicate with your cohort mates. I told you that you can expand your network, take help of people who have already finished it if they can help you in doing so. So, start speaking to your cohort mates and take the help,
Okay, okay.
right? Nural, have you finished the capstone project?
Yeah, partially I have finished. Today I will complete the remaining one.
Yeah, so you and Rakshana can get, connected and you can help each other, dear.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Tomorrow
ma'am.
I
Thank
will help here. Today I need to finish someone.
Yeah, sure. Rakshana, you can get connected with Nural. Nural is pretty active in the WhatsApp group also. So it's easier for you to get the number. If at all you're not able to figure out the number, you can ping us. We'll help you with Nural's number.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sure, sure,
Manaja?
ma'am.
Some these sessions are overlapping. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, one her key session about something is there, and this SME session is also there. They're
So,
overlapping. So
Manaja, I'll leave it up to you to decide what is more important. Your course content is more important, I believe.
yeah,
So,
course content
right.
is important.
Yes. So, set your priorities, ladies. We are, we can just guide you. Adhering to what you decide is up to you.
Can't the timings be like?
No, Manaja, SME sessions are with the partners.
Yeah,
Infosys team gets involved in those sessions, right?
yeah. The other things can be changed, no? The other
No, my dear. It's not as it's not as easy as it looks, actually, right? So every session has its own particular time, and people who are presenting the session, like Yamini did a session for us at 11 a.m. We have blocked her calendar, we have checked her availability, right? So there is a lot of background work which goes behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, ladies, so we'll take your leave. We'll see you again tomorrow at 10:50. Please start joining by 10:50. Infosys team every time emphasizes on the timeline. And again, please, you have had a wonderful session on time management today. So show your skills tomorrow. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, Yam.